Hello everyone, my name is FrostZ and today we're gonna be learning Python. So literally I was thinking of creating Python. I created it once before, but it was really horribly wrong. So I thought, why not create it again, so that you guys could get a better understanding of Python, how it works and how you can learn it. And this is all about learning from scratch, and we're gonna be starting it from scratch, from the very scratch, and we're gonna be going from beginner to very advanced. Now literally, if you guys want to complete up with the course, make sure that you stay tuned, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below, and also like this video so that you can get more like that. So with that getting said, let's get started. So it's literally by learning Python. And so what really Python is, now people might go and ask, like, I'm learning C++, I'm learning C, I'm learning Java, I'm learning Ruby, I'm learning anything, but one word that you must have came across is Python. Literally everybody today's world wants to learn Python. Python is becoming a global language, not only in data science but in everything. Everybody wants to learn Python. Why? Because people are asking for it. People want more guys who have known Python, who can program in Python, who can literally do anything out of that. Python is a really strong language and a powerful language too. Now, why is it popular programming language? It was introduced in 1991 by Guido van Rossum. Now, if you want to learn Python, you must be knowing everything about it. So that's why we're starting with from very scratch. Now, what Python is used for? There are several things Python is used for, just like web development, software development, mathematical functions. Python is also used for mathematical functioning. Literally, people get to know a lot about mathematical functioning, but one of the major functions that Python does is it is so simple and so easy to do mathematics in it. Python is also used for system scripting. Now, what literally Python can do? I mean, these things are what Python is used for, but what can it do? What can you do for it? Python is used to create servers for web applications. You might have seen a lot of web applications in today's world. Web applications are literally the applications which are over the internet. Even search engines use such things, and I think most of the search engines are built on very high-end languages, and Python is one of them. Python is also used alongside software to create workflows. Python is one of the language which really creates very easy to understand workflows, dynamic workflows which are easy to which are flexible with the environment and flexible with the things that you're going through. Python is a really flexible language. It also is used to connect databases and used to modify them. Python can also connect to databases, just like Java uses JDBMS for connecting with MySQL. You can use Python to connect with MySQL or PHP. We're going to be covering them later, I think. Now, to handle big data and perform complex operations, Python is also used to do that, because in today's data science, data is really in a huge amount, and Python is one of the languages that can perform and handle that much complex and big data. Also, if you're doing rapid prototyping, I mean, literally if you're doing a lot of things and prototyping them one by one, you're creating something, you're destroying it, you're creating another thing, and you want to test out how it goes and how it is, then Python is the language for you to go. Because it's supposed rapid prototyping, I mean, literally you can go off with the interpreter and do a lot more things. And also used to develop production ready softwares. Production ready software like Photoshop and After Effects, these are called production ready softwares. Now, why do you want to use Python? Why Python? Why not other languages? Why is Python so much in demand in data science? What makes it so required? Now, Python works on a lot of platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, and a lot more, like Raspberry Pi. I think Raspberry Pi also supports Python. If you don't know what Raspberry Pi is a small sniffing device used by generally data science analysts or maybe a lot of network security specialists. It's a device which you can also plug into a printer and sniff a lot of data. I mean, you just go, and Raspberry Pi is a mini computer, just plug it anywhere and it's gonna sniff everything for you. Especially used by black hat hackers. Raspberry Pi is a really high really high-end mini computer, but it also uses Python. Now, one of the really major thing in Python, that this language is the most simple syntax originated, and most of all, everything in Python is completely similar to the global language, English. Literally any statement written in Python is so easy to understand that you can just look at it and understand what it literally means, even if you're not from coding background or programming background. It also has the capability of allowing developers to write programs in very short lines compared to other languages. C++ for an example. Now literally, if you are a developer who wants to write programs and you are going through a choosing of C++ or Python, what are you going to go with? preferably you're gonna go with Python. And why? Because Python can develop high-end programs on really low strength. I mean, you can create a program in whole 250 languages, 250 lines that you have to do about 1000 lines in C++. And most are fortunate, it works on an interpreter, so you need not to compile the code every single time. You just write it, it's gonna execute it, and it's gonna make the time much smaller and simple. And this the interpreter system is also gonna work on prototyping. And Python therefore is a procedural oriented, object oriented programming. Now we're talking about the versions of Python. Now there are two versions of Python, literally, like recent one was Python 3. It's Python 3, it's not Python, but we shall be going through the whole tutorial. We're gonna be going with Python 3. Python 2 is almost used in I think most of the people do use it, but you can also use Python 2, but it only have security updates, else than nothing you got. Now, what are the literal difference between Python and syntax? We're gonna comparing with C++. Now there are two major differences are when Python and C++ hold a major difference on each other. You can read it though, and I'm going to describe it to you. Now, Python was one of the languages which was designed for the readability of the user. Literally, users cannot understand if they're not from the particular background of designing or programming. You cannot literally understand C++, but you can understand Python even if you're not from the programming background. Python uses complete command. Once you write a command or statement in Python, you just need to press enter. That's it. Whereas in C++, every time you complete a statement, you must end it with a semicolon. Or if you want to create functions, you must create parentheses. Whereas it is just opposite. There's like no need of everything like that. Python relies on indentation. Indentation is using space keywords. I mean, literally you got a big key on your keyboard named as space. That's what it uses. That's called indentation. It uses those white spaces to define scope for loops. Like you want to create a for loop. What you're gonna do? You're gonna do for in space, and then you're gonna, if you want to satisfy a condition, that you're gonna make a parenthesis, and like A is equal to B, and then you're gonna open up a parenthesis, write the statement, close the parenthesis, and that's it. That's in C++, but in Python you just need to type in, like if you want to start a loop of for, you're going to type in for, define the condition, press an enter or a space, define the statement like print f, and then type the word whatever you want to print, and then just go away. It's going to work. It do not even use curly brackets often for this, but whereas other languages use curly brackets for defining a particular scope of a function. Let's go ahead and install Python, and you're going to find it at www.python.org. Alright, now we're on python.org. It's a completely secure website. Make sure that you're literally on python.org. And now let's come down. I'm going to show you something out here. There's a 4 section out here which shows get started. It's the beginner's guide, and the second one shows the download. Latest version of Python is 3.7.0. And there are some documentation for standard library, and tutorials and guides are also available online. You can also search for Python jobs. If you are a certified Python user, then only I prefer you to go there. Here are some success stories you can read about. There are some things what Python is used for. You can see web development, Django, Pyramid, Bottle, Tornado, Flask, WebTube. These all are languages and certain type of things. Now don't worry about these. You're gonna get familiar with them later. So let's go ahead and go to our download section, which is right on the top left side. You can click on download. You can even download the latest version directly from here, but we're gonna go for all releases. Now if you are a different user like Mac OS, you can click on Mac OS, and if you're a Windows user, you can literally go ahead and click on all releases. It's gonna detect it all. If you want a source code of the Python, which is completely open source, you can also click there. And for other platforms, you can also check out. I think Python for Mac OS X is a lot of that. You can literally go ahead and search if you have a Mac for yourself. I literally haven't used a Mac yet. Now Python for AIX, if you're using AIX, I don't think most of the people in this tutorial are gonna be using like Solaris, Linux, and I think it's gonna be Mac and Windows. Only these 4 operating systems I think are most popular for you guys. So let's go ahead and go to all releases. Now there are 2 versions out here. If you come down here, it's 3.7.0. I think this is the most stable, and coming down we're having 2.7. I think 2.7.0 is the most secure, but you can also try up 2.7.15. I prefer to download 3.07.0. That's what we're going to be using. Fortunately, I already have Python being downloaded with me. Oh, I don't think I need that all. So that's Python 3.7.0.exe. Let's open up the executable file, and this is gonna ask for a security warning. You need not to worry about it, it's completely secure and safe. Let's click on run. Okay, now here's the thing. Python 7.0 is 32-bit. Now literally you can check out 64-bit and also a lot of things. I am using 64-bit, I'm gonna prefer 32 for now, and it also gives me a 34, so I'm gonna be going with that. Here's the thing. We're gonna be doing install now. It just generally includes the all IDLE, PIP, and documentation, and we're gonna be install launcher for all users. That's what I'm gonna do, because if you're using a single administration user, and also I'm gonna be add Python to 7.3.7 to path, because I literally want to add it to path so I can open it from anywhere out in my command prompt. Let's go ahead and click on install now. This is gonna take just a bit of time installing Python, so just wait for it. If you install Python, you're gonna see something like special thanks or such setup was successful. Now all you need to do is to simply click close. You can go ahead and start Python from here. Just type in cmd. I'll just type cmd there. And fortunately, if Python was added to your path, it's gonna be showing up here once you type Python. And in mine it did work. You can type in help for showing something like, oh I messed it up. You can type in help, and that is gonna come up with the help utility that is gonna tell you what your Python version is. Let's show my Python version 3.6s, which means the Python 6's utility, which is Python 7.0. You can literally see it there. Need not to worry about the 7 word one. Now once you do that, it's gonna be leaving you out of that, but we're gonna be coming up with the interpreter for now. Now the interpreter would be right around here. You can click on your start, and it's gonna be added Python IDLE. It's not IDLE, just Python 3.7. Click onto that, and that is gonna open up Python IDLE for you. Now you can literally write everything here, which is gonna be coming up was there literally like that. Even you can create new files out of that. You just type in the whole code and just run it, and you can even save it. So I think that would be it for today. That would be it for our Python part of installing, and I'm going to be coming up with more. Make sure that you like and subscribe for that. So now being done with the installation part, I think that would be it for saying a thank you for you guys. Make sure that you stay tuned. I'm going to be coming up with the tutorials now. I'm going to be coming up with the basic part. We're going to be going from basic to the advanced, and we're going to be learning a lot altogether. My name is FrostZ. You can find me, or you can follow me on Twitter. It's @FrostZ. And you can follow me on Instagram. It's _HeySorrel. And that would be it for today. I hope you like this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more. I'm FrostZ. Call me FrostZ. Signing out. Now that you've watched the video, it's the perfect time to click on the subscribe button and like this video. Also, make sure to check out other videos popping in front of you.